U.S. Customs and Border Protection just released their latest numbers for July. There were 104,000 encounters at the border last month. That's the lowest since the fall of 2020, 32% lower than in June. Scorching temperatures this summer are no doubt deterring some immigrants from making the treacherous journey north. But it's also the first full month of data after Biden's executive order to temporarily suspend entry of some illegals. We're being led to believe that the White House has a handle on the problem. So Democrats are taking these latest numbers as a win. But others are asking why the Biden-Harris administration didn't do this years ago. Under border czar Kamala Harris, encounters are nearing 10 million, and that doesn't count the roughly 2 million gotaways. Others, like Representative Mark Green, say, don't believe these latest numbers. He says the White House is orchestrating a massive shell game, encouraging otherwise inadmissible aliens to cross at ports of entry instead of between them. He says this is all for optics. They don't have to deal with the embarrassing footage of herds of migrants lined up at the border. Instead, they've just made it easier for illegals with an app that lets them apply and schedule an appointment. Green calls it the CBP-1 mass parole program. Now, the White House is doubling down on it. Next week, the CBP will allow non-Mexican migrants to use it, as long as they're in southern Mexico. As if they weren't doing this already, and cartels haven't found a way to profit from it. Coyotes have reportedly hijacked the app using VPNs. 96% of those who used it last year were released into the US. This included 94% of Russians, 93% of Afghan nationals, and 88% of Chinese nationals. We have no idea who these people are, where they're going, and what they're doing once they get in. The CBP-1 app does little to vet them, and border agents are only able to use US terror watch lists to help them determine which migrants could be a threat. They don't have access to criminal databases from other countries. So here's what we do know. 736 people on the terror watch list were caught trying to cross the border just last year. This year, it's nearing 400. Among them is this 35-year-old Palestinian, Omar Shihada, who border agents caught trying to cross into New Mexico this week. Shihada is from the West Bank, and he's on the terror watch list for using explosive and arms. He was caught just one day after ICE arrested the leader of a Peruvian gang called Los Killers in New York. Gianfranco Torres Navarro is accused of killing 23 people in his home country. He was apprehended on May 16th at the Texas border, but somehow this thug was led into our country. Los Killers specializes in extorting construction companies and murder for hire. Last month, agents in San Diego caught 3 Palestinians with possible ties to terrorism. They're being investigated by the FBI, but one of them had salacious pictures on his phone of mass terrorists waving AK-47s. Here's something even more alarming. The DHS has identified over 400 illegals that were brought to the U.S. by an ISIS-run human smuggling network. ISIS arrested about 150 of them, but they have no idea where the rest of them are. On Friday, the House Judiciary put out a report detailing the backstory on 2 Venezuelan illegal aliens who were captured and released into the U.S. One of them would go on to brutally murder Georgia nursing student Laken Riley. The other has gang ties and tried to bite a Border Patrol agent. Video accompanying the report summarizes the trouble right at our front door. For One America News, I'm Zach Peterson.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.